Thanks for joining me for another episode of the Being Beautifully Honest podcast. This is the Minister of Beauty, and I wanted to talk about this salon owner in Dallas, Texas, who was locked up because she violated the stay-at-home orders and the mandatory so-called non-essential businesses shutdown by the governor of Texas. So the owner of the salon, her name is Shelly Luther. She was released from jail because the governor issued an executive order so that this jailing of people violating these orders would not go that far. So basically, she was jailed for opening up her shop in violation of the state's coronavirus rules, and said that she also received $18,000 in stimulus funds from the federal government prior to her court date. But she says that she was confused by it because the rules regarding this paycheck protection program, she said the money was just deposited into her account. She had applied for the funds prior to the major things going on with the big shutdowns. And so she wasn't really aware that she was getting the money, and she wasn't really also aware of how to use the funds because there was no real explanation of how the money had to be used, when it was supposed to be paid, what the payments were going to be, blah, blah, blah. She said there was no email, there was no information, no letter, no instructions on how to spend the money, so it was difficult to even know what it was or how to spend it. Everything is so confusing and crazy coming from the government right now. So she was jailed because the judge in the case just asked her to apologize, and she said that she could not apologize for trying to work and opening up her salon so that her employees could work and so that they could make money. I understand all of that. I'm the owner of a beauty business myself. I also have employees, so I get where she's coming from with wanting to take care of her business, take care of her staff, making sure everybody is all right. But here's the thing. She was released from jail. She started a GoFundMe, and she got up to $500,000 in the GoFundMe campaign that she started a day before she reopened her business. Now, I know a lot of it has to do with the fact that she got all of this attention by being on Fox News and these other press junkets that she was able to go around and get to because of her story. But my God, $500,000. That's a pretty sweet number. So I'm not even going to front. I'm not even going to act like if I got that amount of money that I would turn it away and turn it down. But she was just asked to apologize, and she said she couldn't do that. So she got sentenced to 7 days in jail and a $7,000 fine. Now, with that $500,000 in donation she received, $7,000 is a drop in the bucket. So that obviously is not going to be an issue paying that fine anymore. But I don't know if she had to be placed in jail for 7 days because she violated the stay-at-home orders. I mean, I don't really know a whole lot about how that works if someone violates a stay-at-home order, but I'm thinking maybe a ticket, a citation, a fine. But to be placed in jail for it, I know that there's some people that get locked up for less. So I'm not even saying that was, way too much. But this is such a different situation that's going on right now. I don't really know if the judge was just trying to make an example out of her, or maybe the judge just got ticked off because she refused to apologize when the judge just said, just apologize. But then I'm thinking, well, apologize to who? Apologize to who? For working? And again, this is a different situation now. So some of you may say, well, she could possibly have caused someone to get sick and die. Yeah, I get that. But she wasn't also forcing anyone to come in to get services done either. So I don't know. There's just so much confusion around this situation because even with some of these non-essential businesses being closed down and essential ones being able to stay open, there's a lot of things going on in the essential businesses that some places like her business, she would be able to control a lot better the environment and what goes on in the business that she owns versus going into a grocery store or going into a doctor's office or one of these other places. There have been reports about how some people have been getting sick in their own apartments because of the air that's flowing through from the other apartments. So there's, again, still so much that's unknown about it. So I get it. These issues that are surrounding us right now, it's a lot to deal with. And when you're forced to close your doors, especially, when you own a business where you're responsible for other people, let alone your own bills, your own personal finances, it's a heavy, heavy burden. I understand because I'm in that same predicament. Although no one's giving me $500,000 to, say, go get them, girl, and, keep up the good work and we support you and whatever. But I'm thankful that at least I have so many amazing clients that come to my business that are still checking in and saying, we can't wait to come back in. When will you be reopening? And, all that stuff. So that makes me feel good. And I'm appreciative of that. And I've even had some people that have sent, some donations and cash apps and things. And I appreciate that as well. Again, wasn't 500,000, but I'm not complaining. I'm grateful for what I have received. And if you guys want to support, you can feel free to go to the description box and you can find the links to support me and, my endeavors in business. I appreciate that. But how do you guys feel about this situation? Do you feel that the jailing of this salon owner was a bit too much, or do you feel that it was right on? Do you feel that she got the support that she got because of who she is and what she looks like? And maybe if she wasn't who she was and didn't look the way that she looked, that she wouldn't have gotten the same type of support? I don't know. I want to know what you guys think about it. But yeah, she even had Senator Ted Cruz come to her salon to get a haircut to show support. But then, that just goes into another topic, and I'll probably do a podcast for my iTunes and Spreaker podcast that I won't share on YouTube, just talking about that, because I try not to talk about politics too much on my channel. But I will say that a lot of this stuff is so confusing, and when you have one side that's going against the other, and then the one side is saying one thing at one point, and then because of the way things are happening, then they switch up and say, no, now we need to open the economy back up and allow people to go back to work, and people need to be able to be free to do what they want to do, whatever. And it's just confusing because it's like one moment you say, stay at home, close the business, don't be around each other, social distance, wear your mask, wear, this and that. And then the next moment, it's like, no, we need to open the economy back up. You guys need to be able to go back to work. We're cutting people off of unemployment. We're not giving any more stimulus. You're not getting any more help. This is America. We need to get back on our feet. There's still life, although there's been a lot of death. I don't know. It's just a lot of craziness going on right now. And I don't proclaim to understand a lot of it. I just see what I see. And it gets a little bit annoying and aggravating for me with a lot of the things that are going on. But again, just trying to deal with it day by day. So, in a lot of ways, she is feeding off of the frenzy of people who are protesting and taking guns to local state houses and demanding that stay-at-home orders be canceled. And so her tearing up a cease and desist letter in front of the TV cameras and doing all of that stuff, she's clearly got people that are rallying for her. So yeah, $500,000, that's an easy thing for her to get, because I'm not saying she did it on purpose, but I mean, she's playing into that I'll say that market. I'll just put it like that. She's playing into that market that are suckers for stuff like that, and she's laughing all the way to the bank. Just my opinion, but I want to know what you guys think about it. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. So again, thanks so much for listening to this episode. Thank you for liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. This is the Minister of Beauty, here to share the Bible. That's business, inspiration, beauty, life, and enjoyment. So until the next episode, I hope you all have an amazingly blessed and beautiful day.